All right. Well, welcome guys to Smash in Session. I'm here with the boys. Of course, I got next to me. I got my boy Hazmat. Of course, the legend, the good guy himself. You already
Good,
know
good, good man,
Charles
good man,
Thorin. No,
good man.
good guy today. That's where you're at right now.
I don't
And
know what
then
that means.
exactly, exactly.
Fair enough.
And as you know, the greatest to ever do it, the editor of Fishy Now, Paz. What up, baby? How you
What's
doing?
up? Good to be here,
And you know what?
dude.
I gotta introduce my boy Charles again because I was rudely interrupted by that good guy, Azmat.
Fair enough.
My
That'll happen. My bad. This is
Charles
exciting.
Thorin, what up, baby? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm ready to get right into it. Of course, we're gonna be doing an analysis of Mithra and Pyra, and oh man, these characters look nuts. I'm just gonna say that. Like, so
I think around the round table, what are your guys' first impressions without getting into too much detail? Because I'll say on a scale from like bad to good, I think they look really good. And I've not been impressed by a lot of DLC characters in their trailers initially.
Oh
yeah, these characters look straightforward, like good Smash characters. Like they fit insanely well into the game of Smash in general, but especially Ultimate. And I have a secret tip why I think they're going to be good.
Ooh,
But
okay,
keep going.
what's
I'll
up?
go around the table. Go around the table.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
okay,
We'll get there.
okay.
We'll get
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I'll tell you right now. I think the characters are super sick. I love the archetype. You know, I love the switch. I mean, it's ridiculous how fluid that is and how quick it is, right? And then you're playing with characters who have a lot of cool special moves, a lot of good stuff that seems like they're gonna be really strong out of shield. Obviously, they have the range. You know, and then they instantly can switch that speed, and then of course that damage and that the sheer strength from Pyra. So I think they're going to be insane. I think the character looks ridiculous, and I'm so hyped to play him. Like, I've been waiting for a character like this for a while, so I'm really excited.
Yeah. In terms of first impressions, this is like the strongest. I currently think Joker's the best in the game, but in terms of like first impressions, like a lot of us didn't know how good Gun was going to be, right? Like we didn't know it couldn't be like reflected and stuff like that. And then, as we kind of delved into the meta, we saw how strong Arsene and how strong Gun like really was, right? But like first impression wise, like just off the trailer, I didn't get like the same vibes as I'm getting from Mithra Pyra. They look, in terms of first impressions, they look like the strongest DLC character I've ever seen in Ultimate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is they showed these characters a lot of love, and they didn't give them like garbage base stats. Like their base stats look really solid on top of everything else coming together really well. So yeah, I think these characters are going to be very strong.
Yeah. I mean, Mithra in particular, because of that frame data that we saw. Like, I saw that F tilt and how spammable it was and everything else, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this character,
F tilt. Yeah, if there's something that's always good in fighting games, obviously there's a little bit more to the mix, but good frame data, quickness is like number one. Like it's so good. And I will say in Smash, and I feel like no one has talked about this yet, the fact that I'm gonna have to get used to Mithra, the blondie.
Right.
Yep.
She is so fast. What's to stop her from running away from you the whole time? Hits you twice and runs away the whole time. What is going on there? No one's talking about that. She could be the biggest camper in the game. That could be better zero speed.
Ridiculous.
You run at her and she just jumps and nares in place. It runs away. What's going on here? She's so fast.
You ever think if Sheik had a sword, what that character would be like?
Exactly.
Well,
that's literally what we have. Like,
Mithra,
and that's why it's crazy.
Sword Sheik extraordinaire.
Yeah, that's actually the first thing they go over. So I guess we can like look through it like right now and just like hop into it, talk about their speed.
Right, let's do it.
型のホムラとスピード型の光ということになります。
My boy, Daddy Sakurai, dude.
運動性能は
always
これぐらい異なります。
He's killing it. He's killing the game.
So,
can you guys hear the stream by the way?
Fast.
And the walk speed too. The walk speed is insanely good, and that is something very underrated in a lot of Smash games is walk speed, because on surface level everyone just looks at it, they relate dash with speed, but if your character has a very good walk speed, and throughout many iterations of Smash, Martha Lucina has abused that, being able to bring up any option they want, so that's so big.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy too, because everyone's talking about, and Sakurai kind of breaking down the differences. Obviously, I'm gonna fuck up their names forever, dude. Mithra is very, very fast, obviously, and that's great. It'll be interesting to see how Pyro kind of fits into this, like, because I'm not counting her out quite yet. Like, they might overcorrect with her. Like, she might feel so weak by comparison that they kind of steer the wrong way and make her too strong. You know, it's definitely possible that the opposite outcome is possible. I think so, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at like just the thing about it is the kind of angles and like the arcs that you're seeing from like their aerials, right, and everything like that. It's like, yeah, she's slower than like Mithra, but she's not like in like beyond belief, like just like super slow motion, can't do anything. You know what I mean? And that goes a long way, right? Just to show how fast Mithra is, but also to show like, hey, like he's like going back to what Charles was saying before. Her base stats still look really, really solid, right? And she's hitting with like a Ganon forward smash that like leans back, you know, on a character that can switch into a speed character at any point in time, you know, who has quick bear or quick dare or quick nair that really covers the entire body of the character. Like those are strong tools. Like no matter what, you know, those are tools that you have to respect. So yeah, I think that some people are initially going to sleep on Pyra just because she's not speed demon running around just, you know, hack and slash, but she's going to be really strong. I think so.
Yeah, and even like base format of just Smash in general, right? When you're picking these characters that are like quick and nimble, like, you know, I play a lot of Fox, and even characters like Pikachu, maybe even kind of Joker, but maybe not. But like a lot of these fast archetype characters that are like combo orientated, they usually lack some kind of like, let me space you out with this move, and if I hit you with this move, that's safe. Like I get the KO, right? So like Cloud is a perfect example of like not a crazy combo character, but when you're in a last hit situation against Cloud particularly, you almost feel like at a disadvantage, right? Like in neutral, because he's like throwing out these safe like spacing aerials, and it's like if you land this straight hit, like you kill me, right? And like for a character like Fox, it's like, okay, I gotta like try to like get them to hit my shield so I can up smash out of shield. I gotta like, I'm trying to play the spacing game with back air, but it's like that's my range is way less short, right? And even for like Pika, you're closing out stock sometimes at like the 180% with a dash attack or like a up throw or whatnot, right? With this character, you're gonna, and obviously like the basic like viewpoint of the character, right? It's like, okay, early percents, I'm Mithra, I'm quick, I rack up the damage, and then having the access to like have all those tools and being that quick, and then being like, oh, I'm gonna switch to the character where it's like my moves are slower, but I'm gonna like space them out, you know, I can still fish for kills out of shield. I think up B is like the thing that stuck out to me the most was Pyra's up B, just being that powerful and like being able to do that out of shield. So you have to like also respect the character's shield, and just having that like being able to change your gameplay to like, okay, like I'm slower, my moves come out slower, but like I'm spacing you out, and if you get hit by any of these stray hits, you're just dead and I win. And not a lot of those like quick speedy characters have that kind of out. You know what I mean? Without like sacrificing something. You even look at Trainer, right? A character somewhat similar in the switching aspect. When you switch to Zard, who is great in a last hit situation, you are a bigger target, right? You're also heavier. So if you're at lower percent trying to close it out, someone could get like a 70% combo on you. Like there's like a push and pull of resources where that are much bigger than just like the frame data of the move, right? Like character size and all this other stuff. But with Mithra Pyra, you're keeping that same hurt box, right? But you're just giving up some, you're swiveling some base stats around, which is like so good. And there's no character that does that in Ultimate.
It's kind of wild. Like, think about it. They're essentially an Echo that's combined into one character. Like, imagine if you could switch between Ken and Ryu. There's no focus, and you just get to switch between the two of them. It's like, you want power, go to Ryu. You know, isn't that insane? Like, they're kind of getting like a 1.5 character thing here. I mean, not Ice Climbers, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, in the same vein as it works offensively, you can think about it in terms of defensively too. Because, like, I know we were talking about earlier how we said that this character Mithra, she could literally just run away and just get out of situations so quickly because of that speed. And if you're getting overwhelmed with Pyra, you still have these great options out of shield like up B. But then you can also just literally just swap out and run away if you're getting like overwhelmed and need to like take control.
Yeah. Can we toss the video on here? I think it'll be good just kind of run through, you know, all the differences and stuff that we're seeing. We can just kind of yell over it.
さらに個別の特徴を増す特殊性能があります。
with the limited controllers, of course, a pair of them. There's 2 characters, get it? There's 2 of them.
横スマッシュ攻撃が格別に強くなっています。
Alright, this looks good. You can combo into this. Down tilt, down smash is true. He shows that later.
当然スキルは
But I think it's only with
他人数ランク
Mithra.
ラッキーパンチ
Yeah,
I mean, Mithra gets a down tilt,
振るのも良い
down tilt,
Everything.
down smash, down tilt, like up area of the world.
What percent was that?
Crazy.
All those guys die?
Like,
Like 80, 70?
It was like something.
That-
like,
that's
but they were dead though. Like that was not like, oh, they barely died. Like they got blasted on.
Bro, and then this like witch time, just like bats within combination shenanigans. What is like happening? And it's not even a move. That's, to me, that's the crazy part. When this is where I feel like mechanics can get pretty dangerous, is when you start adding passives. And like even in other games like League and stuff, like, you know, you look like at one of the old champions that came out earlier, and then you look at one of the newer champions in League, it's like there's a bunch of passives that are just like, oh yeah, so this move has a passive, and then like this is like one of the 3 passives this character has, and then like, oh well, this also passive works with this passive, and it's like then you start just getting that's when you start feeling the power creep, right? And like this air dodge, or you know, roll, or all that stuff, like being able to get like the witch time and the bats effect is like crazy to me. And
Yeah,
we don't even
real
know if there's a
quick,
penalty,
too.
right? Because bats had a penalty. Bayo essentially had a front-loaded air dodge, but was
Yeah.
the laggiest air dodge in the game. I don't know if this is
feel like they have
front-loaded in
to.
any way.
I feel like they have to. Like if they go and they literally have like regular frame data, and then they
Dude.
also have like that is like, but like I don't know.
Right.
Honestly, too, one thing that I actually really loved about this video is I felt like Sakurai low key like he hinted his like awareness of what could be like busted and like how things should
Yeah.
be. And I feel like he did that more so than in any other video that I've seen him make. Like
Well-
I love the fact that he was just like, all right, let me just make it clear. He already set up even the initial trailer for Pyra and Mithra in a way where if you watched the Bayo trailer and you remember the Bayo trailer, like it was very obvious that like that was Foresight was going to be Bats Within, because he literally used like the same stage and like a very similar sequence of attacks, right? But even like him kind of showing this here, him even talking about how most people are probably going to play the character, right? And in that way, like those kind of tactics, like usually he doesn't really talk about those things in that way. So I found that very interesting too.
I feel like this is the redemption arc. He's like, I know these things were busted in the past. He even compared it to Bayo straight up, which is brave in its own right, because he knows how everyone felt about Bayo for sure in Smash 4, as evidenced by how she functions in this game. Still solid, but obviously gutted compared to what she used to be.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing. He's going to say, this is the redemption arc. I messed up with that character. These characters are going to be strong, but not broken in the same ways that we kind of maybe made some mistakes in the past. It's kind of how I took that, honestly.
Yeah, same here.
Felt like a challenge, you know, especially showing Bayo's just like you're that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally just comparing it to Bayo's Bat
次に
Within
通常
in
技
and
の
of
説明
itself
で
is
す。
like crazy.
ゼルダシークと異なり
Right, but even like we'll see, but yeah, it's just at least like bats in Smash 4 particularly, they buffed bats a lot going into Ultimate, but in Smash 4 bats was like almost bad in a lot of situations where you just want to take the damage, like Fox spamming up tilt on Bayo, you never wanted to bats it because it just reset you back to the bottom and you'd get up tilted anyway, right?
Yeah.
But like, so it's like there was like a push and pull, right? Where it's just like, I really hope that Mithra's, you know, invincibility moves or air dodges or all of those defensive spot dodge roll and stuff, there should be like some kind of downside, but like it's just scary because it doesn't look like it, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And here we have like
同じ技を使った場合、光の方が素早く出るし、
Insane
コマラ
frame
の方が
data.
威力が高いです。
yeah, the tilts. I think Mithra's tilts particularly is gonna really throw everyone for a loop. But I feel like almost people are
so ridiculous.
こりゃ光を使うでしょうなんて
just because of
God.
how fast Mithra's is, you don't underestimate Pyras, right? Like
Yeah,
Pyras are
for
still
sure.
really solid, but like
That's
those
what
are
I'm
killing.
saying, dude.
It's like
Those
a
are kill moves.
forward tilt kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that move's really good.
Yeah. And the arcs are really good too. That's the thing. Like you look at it and it's like the whole space right that they cover. These moves all look really, really good. And it's like, yeah, it's really good as like a combo tool if it covers that space, because that means like it's very easy to get a confirm and go from there. But then at the same token too, it's like those same nuances also make it that, oh, covers this good range and it's a kill move. Like that's very, very scary. Like anti-air the crap out of someone with that F tilt and they just die like on the ledge. Like see you in
Yeah.
another life.
Dude, I think it's a little further later down the video, but the edge guarding, dude, between the two of them, it's like a
Mhm.
fastball and a curveball. You know what I mean? Like, which one am I going to get? Am I going to get the funky one that kills me at 50, or are they just going to try to, take my resources away and chip away at me? Are they going to fly at me very fast, dude? At some points, Mithra looked like Shulk on Speed Minato or Speed Art the entire time. Like when she was moving
Yeah.
back and forth, she really did. It was like an NBA Jam Turbo. You know what I mean? Like you just held it down the
Yeah.
whole time. Like her shoes never ran out of the color. It's just it's insane, man. I think using them both together though is going to be the goal, and I think that's what Sakurai designed them for. He also said that if you only play one, you won't be at a disadvantage, which I think is factually not true unless one of them's broken and you play that one. But I don't think it's possible
Yeah.
to do that.
He kind of goes into it here where he says like, "We'll just play."
Same
Seems
up.
like Mithra is the clear choice.
蓄積ダメージに注目してください。
Of
同
course,
じ
like
技でも
her tilts.
威力はこんな
These
に
are like
も違い
very
ます。
strong kill moves
こり
too.
ゃホムラを使うしかないよねとか思うかもしれません。攻撃
Yeah,
力
I
アップ
feel
の
like
比率が
the
決ま
way
ってるわけではな
Sakurai
くて、
talked about them,
各
kind
技
of
ごと
to
に
your point
設定
has
さ
is this
れています。
like
もちろん
yeah,
どちらが
it's kind of
強いかは戦
impossible
力
for you to
や
build
戦
these
法
characters
相手
up
の
in a
対応
way
ぶりに
where
より
it's
ます
like, oh,
長所
yeah, if you do one, then you'll be good. I think maybe in the way he was talking about, like they're gonna be solid. Like maybe like alone, these are two characters who are high tier characters, but then obviously together they're like top tier, just swagging on people, and that's kind of what it looks like right now. And I think that's kind of the intention there with the character, he said the movesets look really complex, a lot of charges. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of great out of shield moves besides up B, like on both characters. Like that's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
And it's like I feel like if you're a competitor, and I feel like that statement was more so directed to like the casual audience, because like if you're a competitor, like real hardcore competitor, you're going to abuse every tool you have, right? Like I'm not like really if you don't learn how to play the other one, which isn't even that hard because their moves are so similar, right? And like you're just being lazy at that point, right? You're like, I'd just rather not. I'll just play this character, right? Like, it's just why not learn? And like, I'm already like thinking of like sick reversal situations where it's like you go off stage, right, in your Mithra, and they're like, oh snap, like they're about to swing, and you either air dodge or swing at them, and then you like switch to Pyra Fair them, and it's like, oh, and you're dead at 80, and like, you know what I mean? And like you dodge at the same time, or if they air dodge at the same time, you switch, like you're gonna cover that too, and like you're coming out, like you're literally switching the power of your character. It's the same move, it's just slower and more powerful, right? So it's like you can like pump fake so many situations because like, and can we talk about like, dude, Mithra down air, I think it gave me like Brawl Meta Knight down air vibes, where it's just like you're gonna just go out there, smack them with one or two dares, catch their jump, and it's done. They're over unless they're like Rosa or like someone that like recovers super far, right?
I love it. I love it. You know, it's a crazy thing too. You can go and do a dare to someone, and then you hit them off the side, and then you can just like retreat up B, get your shots out, dude. As you like, they're already outside the stage. Just keep them out there, and then up. That's the end of your life. Like, she's got some stuff, man. And then, dude, yeah, it's these characters just look wild to me, man. Every time everything I see of them, I'm like, dude, how are they going to be stopped? Like you said, the first impression, they look strong. Like they look strong.
The thing I like about them too is I think the initial reaction was like lukewarm at best by a lot of people, myself included. Like I don't play the games and I don't really like whatever. They look all right. I don't really play sword characters or anything, but watching today, like how they were built out, I think they look awesome. Like they look really fun. I think the way that he made them, designed them like speed and power, kind of going against or like clashing or whatever. I thought that was really cool. Like the aesthetics are nice. Like whatever. I think they look nice.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of surprised at how much the community turned, honestly.
I think it's just because like they're really, I mean, this is pretty much the first time this has happened in a way that was very successful. Unlike because Melee was supposed to be like the power versus like combo and speed type situation, but here it's like in its most realized form, which is like very exciting because it seems like the possibilities that this like opens up is just crazy.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, and I honestly hope we don't have a melee like Sheik Zelda situation. I highly doubt it. I think that would really suck. in terms of like, I just think it would be dry. I think what makes this character so cool is the ability to switch back and forth. I hope one or the other isn't like so much stronger that you just play them 100% of the time. Like I want to see cool stuff like, you know, boom, like Mithra starts a combo, like ends it with a down tilt into like a switch something else setup, or you know what I mean? Like I really want to see stuff like that, or even like Pyra hitting something and then switching to Mithra for that extra run speed to like confirm it or something like that. I think that's gonna be like the really unique, fun stuff to either like experience as a player or experience as a viewer, right? So I think I'm so excited on so many different levels in terms of like what this character can bring so well. So I think that's super cool. I really can't wait to see what players do with this character, but I definitely think that this character looks so fun and looks like so broken on surface level that we're gonna get a lot of top level talent that pushes this character, right? Like you saw Banjo, right? And like obviously Banjo's not that great. But in terms of like top player interest, like there wasn't that much. Like they tried him out, didn't really feel too powerful right off the rip, right? And just not really a lot of players were interested in it, like at least top level players, top level talent. But I think we are going to get a heavy amount of top level talent that tries this character and tries to push this character.
Yeah, I agree, man. And it's like, also too, the character just, I mean, Banjo does fit fairly well with kind of traditional like Smash archetypes in comparison to the rest of the DLC. I love where Pyra Mythra is, because like I think the standard stuff feels a little like similar to what we've seen from Sword characters, right, in the past. But then there's some little different nuances, but then their specials kind of go to take it another place. And then on top of those specials, then you get the switch, right? And so there's a good blend, and where I think the character is going to feel really understood out the gate. So people are going to feel like it's going to feel nice moving with the character, swinging with the character, and then knowing that there's so much depth added to that. Like you said, I definitely see a lot of top players already. We know they have interests, but I just see a lot of people just enduring and playing through really sick stuff there right now on the screen, where we just saw like the Pyra edge guard, right? That's gonna be such a great standard. We know someone's gonna do it like literally day one. Someone's gonna get down tilted by Mithra, then someone's gonna switch. They're gonna air dodge because they're afraid of up air or whatever, and they're gonna hit by forward smash and die at 60. We all know that's gonna happen. Like
it reminds me of like the early PT combos. Remember like Leffen switching between all three and the one edge guard? We're gonna see shit like that.
Yeah.
There's only two of them, so it'll be a little easier, but you could even go back and forth, which is kind of neat. I don't think we've really had a situation where a character's meta really came down to switching between the two of them. I mean, obviously the three with PT is a little different, but no one switched from Sheik to Zelda to Sheik to Zelda in Melee, even though I think that might have been the original intent, or maybe even in Brawl, like that didn't happen either, obviously. So it's just, I definitely think that's what they were going for in Brawl, but it just didn't work out because the characters were very strong. So I think they're going to hit a stride here, and I think they're going to do a really good job with them.
Absolutely.
We'll see, man. I think they're going to be strong. I think all of us kind of agree that they're going to be strong. They got everything that it takes to be a top tier. Like, there's none of this weird shit. Like, with Steve, it was like, he might be broken and he might fucking suck. Like, we're not really sure what's going on with this guy.
Yeah,
right, because we didn't know where the blocks were gonna go, right? Like, I think one of the biggest things was when I first saw Steve gameplay, right, or like saw the trailer or whatever, I was like, if he can put blocks anywhere on the map, he's broken, because like you hit him out close to the blast one, he's gonna like literally refresh his double jump all the way. But then when they announced the character, they're like, okay, there's a limit to where you can put the blocks, right? And then we're looking at his base stats, like, oh, is this good enough? How fast does he get the diamond, right? Like, and even Steve is still a very like underdiscovered character. But it's so hard on a surface level for a top player to look at that character and be like, that's worth my time, right? Because like realistically, and like we've seen it so many times with so many different characters, right? Like Diddy gets buffed, okay, cool. Tweak plays Diddy, oh snap! Like, is this character broken? Like, you know what I mean? Like the characters that the top level players play, those metas for those characters get pushed way faster. Like, that's just factual. Like, there's no denying that, right?
Yeah,
like,
there's more people watching those streams who obtain knowledge than try things themselves. Like, this whole like kind of ecosystem grows. Like, natural interest in the characters, like, just such a big thing. And I feel like that's why it took Steve a little longer to take off, because I feel like he's so weird that it did take. Like, we had Aaron repping him for a while, and Bestness too, but he's just so weird, and I feel like we're finally seeing him kind of really come to life too. So, but I think these characters will take off fast.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, again, they got a lot of stuff that feels familiar, and then they got enough depth, so you're gonna see them take off pretty quickly, as opposed to Steve, you guys were saying, where it's just like very, very nuanced character. You know, it's going to be a while since we really see that character fully optimized. Cool character too, honestly, in terms of the depth of the character. But yeah, it's going to take time. It's just not, you know, like this character feels like Smash, right? A lot of the other, some of these other DLC, like Steve, they're bringing Smash to their game, right? They're like they're making you feel like you're playing Minecraft. They're making you feel like you're playing ARMS, this and that, whatever, right? This character looks like I am a Smash character, but I got my crazy moves and stuff. And yeah, it's cool because like going back to the switching, right? We're talking about all the time. Obviously, it's a hot topic because we know this is like such a crazy mechanic. But yeah, like it sucks because back in the day, Sakurai and the team, like just hardware-wise, it was like impossible to do the quick switches from Sheik to Zelda. The hardware literally couldn't do it. And I kind of like how he kind of talked about this in detail too, about even the ice climbers and everything as well. Kind of really speaking to like, you know, a lot of these ideas that he had in mind, but that he just really just couldn't do at the time because the technology hadn't caught up yet.
It's still hard too, and it's funny because I had the thought as well, Bam, when he was like, "Oh, it's hard to get 8 ice climbers on the same stage at the same time, you know, an 8-player Smash." And I was like, "Well, who the hell cares?" Then I was like, honestly, I kind of care. Like, it would suck if the game came out, and not that I'm ever gonna play it or do it, but the fact that it would be limited in some way, and I feel like he feels this way, would tarnish the game somehow. Like the fact that there's ice climbers and there's 8-player Smash and they don't vibe together very well. Like that just kind of doesn't sit right with Sakurai and team, it seems like. And I kind of initially I was like, who cares? That's stupid. That's like a really one-off niche type thing, but that's like the type of perfectionist that he is. Like if he can't have it, it's all or nothing. That's why ice climbers were 3DS or any of the other ones. See it. Like it just wasn't gonna happen. He's not gonna compromise it.
Having pride in your work, I think that's something that Sakurai has made clear throughout his whole career. You know, like he takes insane. Like, he really cares about the Smash, like, as a series, right? That's, like, his baby, right? So it's, like, I think that was really cool that he was being very transparent about that. It feels more genuine, you know what I mean? And all I gotta say is nobody can touch me on 8-player Smash Ice Climbers. So.
Yep.
I'm just saying,
Hold on.
nobody's beating me. Nobody is beating me.
Yo, can we talk about Photon Edge, bro? Meanwhile, you were spamming about 8-player ice climbers. My boy Sakurai was showing Photon Edge. That move looks so crazy. Like definitely one of the sickest moves in the game. And I love the fact that like I was hoping this would happen, but I'm very glad that he confirmed it. Where the hurt box is extended. You can hit them out of it, right? Because I was like, dude, if Photon Edge, if that move literally just rocks and you can't do anything to it, like, you're cooked. Like, landing trap, like, easy bake. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, her specials, and especially, like, right now, like, we're talking about this up B out of shield, looks so fast, and it's also just so strong. It's crazy how they like were able to, you know, she's not totally screwed over as the slower character. She still has that outing.
Yeah, she's just slower. She's not slow, right?
Exactly.
That's why that's a big. Like the character's not slow. The character is not freaking some like ancient like a billion years swing.
You're not doing Ganondorf moves over here, all right? Like chill. Like just because you're slower than Mythra does not mean you're slow. Like Mythra is OD fast. Like
right, precisely. Man. So what do you guys think of Ray of Punishment and Chroma Dust? How do you guys feel about that movie?
So these are the uppies, right?
What the hell are the words you're saying to me right now? I don't know. Just say up.
I don't know. Look on your screen, dummy.
I actually think Mythra's up B is going to be crazy for edge guarding. I'm like envisioning like you drop down low, but like you can double jump, do an aerial, or you can do a B reverse up B, shoot the projectile like backwards, and then clip ledge, and then like, you know, like kind of hit them more off and maybe even like in a higher arc, but then you grab ledge. So it's like you've reset it to the ledge, like regenerated your double jump, and you can like kind of execute the edge guard from there. Even like shooting it high maybe like could be a thing. The spread shot sounds really good. If it's weaker, that's even better for edge guarding at low percents. You can just like do a spread shot, snipe someone's double jump, see you later, like you're done. I'm going to like line you up with there, and that's it. Like I think the up Bs, both up Bs have a super like amazing amount of potential.
I agree.
Dude, and if you look at the difference in the recoveries too, like she gets that little, like the way she kind of goes back up to the edge, and it has a projectile on it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like with the two of them, it's this like magician's trick. Like look over here, and then nope, actually the trick's over here. It's like, oh, she's so fast, she's so crazy, but wait, the other one's kind of nuts too. And then it's like, Pyra's up B is broken. It's like, well, what about Mithra's? We didn't really talk about that. It's easy to get distracted by the things that obviously initially seem insane and crazy. And maybe that's what we should do going forward is we should have like that in-depth look. Like, you guys are pumped about Mithra's down tilt, but did you notice this? You know, and then we're all making the like face, you know, in the thumbnail and shit. You know,
the potential utility here, like again, looks crazy, especially with
she did what?
Sense.
Yeah. Last thoughts. Anyone want to start?
Good. They're going to be good for sure. I think their edge guarding is going to be stupid. I haven't really thought about their ledge trapping, honestly, but I could see it being good. Most sword characters have good ledge trapping. And again, maybe going off stage with Mithra is the edge guarding trick, and then Pyra is the ledge trapping. Makes sense, right? I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of theory crafting, man. There's 2 characters to deal with. It's 2 echoes combined into 1. Think about that. Ken and Ryu, 1 character, but swords.
Yeah, I'm definitely just excited to see this character get busted wide open because it is, well, they are, like we were saying before, very familiar, and they do play more like the traditional Smash characters, so more people by virtue will be playing with them, and they'll have more like legs, so to speak, as a character. Like, you won't particularly see them like fall off, I feel like, in like a couple months or so. So I'm looking forward to see like what people accomplish and just what becomes possible, what crazy tech we can see.
Yeah, man, I agree. Like, it looks like there's just going to be a lot of fun stuff with the character. I'm super excited. I love edge guarding, so like just a lot of things that I see from Mithra, I'm really, really excited about. She looks like she's going to be pretty crazy there. I'm excited to just some baits and like some 50-50 situations with Pyra. Like, that switch is just so quick, man. Like, I know Pokemon trainers like is insane too, but theirs just looks like it's almost like 2 seconds, you know? And so like just be able to go back and forth on that. I love to play super heavy characters and I love to play super fast characters. Like, that's how I am as a person. So I am very, very excited to dive into this character and have a good time, man. They look great. They look great.
Yeah, and for me, I like Sephiroth's first impressions for me, I thought like top 15 characters when I first saw him. I still think he's around there. So definitely like a top tier in my eyes. This character first impression wise, like a top 5, like this is like some insanely meta changing stuff here. Like I just think this character is going to be extremely strong. And even if the character is not top 5, like the representation behind this character is like going to make it feel top 5 in my opinion. So like, I just think this is, even if this character isn't like top 5 expectations, like a lot of people are saying, you're going to see it a lot in the meta anyway. So it's like, I'm super excited.
What if they suck? What if we're all wrong? What if it's the old switcheroo?
No
like, you know, they look so good, they're amazing, they look incredible, and then it's like, ooh, this feels awful.
Then I wake up from my dream and be like,
yeah, back to reality. I feel like
there's no way they suck.
I feel like them sucking would be them being a high tier character. Like,
I think high tier's the lowest. I think they could drop to mid tier. I think there's a world where that happens.
I think
I don't think so though.
And Cosmos already said no matter what, like he's solo main them. So like we're definitely like there's gonna be already like dedicated solo mains because like, you know, some people are about the anime waifu life, right? So like they're just gonna solo main them or whatever.
It's
right?
a Smash community, baby. Of course they are, dude.
Oh yeah, 100%. I like if they play exactly as we feel they do, then I'm gonna solo main them. The only way that's changing, well, I still love to play a lot of characters, but I think the only like I would stay with that character unless Hazmat was right in the beginning, and you know what? My baby girl Chun-Li comes through. That's the only reason. That's the only way. But the way this character looks right now, this character is definitely going to be one of my characters. Like, if not solo main, co-main. Like, the style fits me very, very well. I love the character. I love that I can play super fast Sheik and then go Roy and then go this. Like, it just feels, it looks so good. It's so good.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I think we're all on the same page then. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guys,
they might be out actually. We've been talking this whole time. They might already be out.
Are they? What?
Time to get it.
They might be. They might be.
Man, get me out of here, bro. I'm done to play.
Could be.
All right, guys.
All right. Well, session.
All right. See ya.
See ya. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Smash in Session. Of course, shout outs to all the homies for making this happen. please go ahead and like, follow, and subscribe. And leave a comment down below. Let us know how you felt about Pyra and Mythra. For now, though, peace.
Peace.
See ya.
Peace.